Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
And this is our review of the Star Wars Black Series 40th Anniversary Jawa 6-inch action figure. There he is in the retro packaging, which looks pretty cool, but this card is humongous because they had to scale it up. But still, it looks pretty damn cool. And you can see little Jawa back there with his glowing eyes. And you can see they got Kenner down there because that was the original makers of the figures back when the original packages were coming out in the 70s, 80s, whatever. And there's who else you can get. There's Wave 1. And Darth Vader's Wave 1 too. And then Wave 2 would be the Death Squad Commander. And then these guys here. And the Sand Person is a dick to find. I really want to get the Sand Person. That's the one I wanted most. I really want a Jawa too, but... Well, actually, I wanted Darth Vader the most, but I got him. But after him, I wanted Sand People in Jawa. The Sand People are only 1 per case, so that makes them kind of hard to find. But the Jawas are 2 per case, so he's not as hard to find. However, I told Fu Manchu from Food Reviews about that I heard that there's only 1 Sand People per case, and he said that might be because, as Obi-Wan says, that the Sand People march single file to hide their numbers. So there could actually be more Sand People in there, and you just don't know.
Tricky bastard.
And then he also said, because they're going to release these, they're releasing these now in these packages, but they're going to release them again as Tusken Raiders. It'll say Tusken Raiders on a package instead of Sand People, in order to be in the regular Black Series, like rectangular box. And he's saying that Obi-Wan also says that Sand People scare easily, but they'll soon be back in greater numbers. So, I thought that was pretty funny. So maybe he won't be too hard to get if he was correct. But, yep, there he is in the package. It's actually bigger than I thought. Like, I've seen pictures of him and everything, but when I got him, I was like, oh, he's bigger than I thought he was. But, whatever, let's open this up. So there he is, opened up. And I really like him. He's a little teeny tiny guy, even though, like I said, he's bigger than I thought he would be. But I think he's the right size. I don't know, because I had the little teeny tiny ones from before, I was just expecting him to just be slightly bigger than them. I don't know why. One thing, when I expected, whenever they made it a Jawa figure, I would assume that they would have made him with cloth. I would have guessed that. I would have bet money on it, that they would have made him with a cloth suit. But I'm kind of glad they didn't, because of how small he is. It might, I don't know, just the fabric would just be so small that it just wouldn't wrinkle very well.
It would be too stiff because of the weave.
No, there's a couple things that do bother me, and that is his arm articulation is very limited, so that he can't hold his weapons with 2 hands. I mean, maybe you can do it, but I've been trying. And it doesn't, because I think they use both hands when they fire it. I can't remember it after the look, but I can't get that into 2 hands. It comes with another gun too. Also, you can't get it into 2 hands. Maybe that one shouldn't be 2-handed. I don't know. But it would be cool if he could hold it with 2 hands. Also, his leg articulation is going to be very limited because he's got this plastic here. Because it looks like he's got some articulated legs. I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't. It spins up in there. I'm not sure if there's a knee. Oh yeah, there is a knee. So they actually gave him a knee joint, but he can't really use it, so that's just weird. I don't know. So I would kind of like to see a cloth version just to see which one I'd like better, but it is cool seeing this, the wrinkles on here sculpted, and the texture of the cloth looks cool. The one thing that's either cool, or maybe you think it's not cool, is that you can see the wrapping on his face. Because I don't think you can see that. At least I never noticed it in the movie. It just looks like blackness. Like, where's the picture? It just looks like that. Like you just see black and then the eyes glowing. So maybe there's a scene where you can actually see the wrapping. But I guess it's also cool to see what's actually in there. Like, is it a face or is it the wrapping like it is? Also, it might be cool if his eyes glowed. The only problem with that is that when you don't have them turned on, then you ain't gonna have any eyes. So I think I would prefer this way, just because you can't keep the light on all the time.
It would be really cool if they glowed, though.
It would. But yeah, like, if there's some kind of option to maybe switch heads, I don't know. Have glowing eye head and then just the painted eye head, because you can't keep the glowing thing on all the time, like I said. The way they did some of the older, smaller figures is they had like that little clear, translucent thing on top of their head. The light would shine down in and then the eyes would glow.
Oh, I remember that because we put them on our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And like had Christmas lights making them glow from behind.
And that's a cool way to do it, but for a figure this size, it might just stand out and look extra bad. So I don't know if I really like that way either. So I guess the way they did this, I'm fine with. I'm pretty happy with the eyes. Now there you can see his face up close, or hidden face, I guess. It seems like they're very similar to the Sand People, the Tusken Raiders. Like, I almost wonder if they look the same under the mask. They're just short. These are like the midget versions of Sand People. I don't know. I like the way they did the little frayed edges of his cloak.
Sleeves?
The sleeves of his cloak. Looks good. And his belt, they actually did a little shading on there to make him look a little worn, I guess. And this belt is a different shade than this belt, and that's cool. They could have just made him the same color if they were lazy, but they actually made him different, so that's cool. And this, I kind of wish this was removable, because I don't know if every Jawa has this. I'm not sure. But yeah, this wire you can't take off, and it's attached to this gun. But I mean, you can put it in there if you don't want him to be holding it. So that's cool. Fits right in there. And then he comes with an extra gun.
I love this gun. I think it's really cool looking. It's like a musket look?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
If not, I'm sure I'll get correct.
It seems like this would be the gun that kills, and this would be the stun gun, because it's like hooked up to something.
It looks like a flamethrower. Doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's the same, like I said, he can hold it. Also, his sleeves kind of get in the way of the butt of the gun. You can still get it in his hand, but it does kind of block it a little bit. Block some positions you'd want to do.
I also do think they could have made the inside of the ends of the sleeves a little better.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't like it when it just looks like flat ends. You know what I mean? Which, it's not completely flat, but you can still see everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
Could have made it go a little deeper.
Yeah. It's kind of cool how they painted like the sandy,
Yeah, I like that a lot.
like look to the bottom of this robe. As for articulation, see he can, his head has more than you'd think. Well, I don't know what you'd think, but I thought he'd have less. But it can actually go up and down, and it could turn all the way around. So that's pretty cool. I didn't think he'd be able to do much at all. Then at the shoulders, it can go up about that high, and then spin and go up that high. Then at the elbows it can spin. There's also a single joint. At the wrist it could spin, and a single hinge joint. And I think I just broke him, or pawned. Oh no, his
He just was stuck.
he like kind of popped off of there a little bit. And it's the same on the other arm. Then the torso, you could turn there, and you could lean over. It's kind of hard to do because this is flexible, but not that flexible. It's still pretty stiff. And he does have articulation, as I was trying to show, in his knees. Like there's a knee joint, but yeah, you might be able to do a little bit with it. And then it could spin up at his knee. Then at his ankle it could spin. It's got that little tilt thing, I think. Yep. And it could probably do a bit of a split up at his hip area if he didn't have his robe on. But why would you want him to do a split? So, I mean, unless you were wanting these guys to sit down or something, I think the articulation for the legs is fine.
It doesn't really matter.
If you want these guys to do something that they don't do in the movie, then maybe.
Then what's wrong with you?
Yeah. I didn't really show the feet. You can see he's got bandages all over his feet too, which is cool. Now, one thing that I was hoping when I saw these figures were announced was that there would be 2 in a package, because some of the 3 3/4 scale figures, you'd buy a Jawa and there'd be 2 in a package, and they'd have different sculpts, different heights too. I was kind of hoping they'd do that with these, but unfortunately you only get 1. So similar to like R2-D2 or Yoda, you're getting a very small figure for the price of a big figure, which kind of sucks. Of course, this 40th anniversary line is based on the original series of 3 3/4 scale figures, and they were only 1 per package, so it wouldn't make sense if they're doing that to put 2 per package, I guess. But still, I'd rather have 2. Damn it.
But especially with these guys, it just seems like you should have more than 1.
Yeah. At least 2. That's why I wanted at least 2. Same with the Sand People. When I finally could find them, I wanted at least 2 of them.
Yeah, I like the pictures.
It is cool that he comes with an extra weapon, so at least you can make him look a little different by having a different gun in their hands. It would be nice if maybe one of these straps are separate. You could take one of them off, so one would have 2 straps, the other has only 1. Just different things to make them a little bit different. But that's not big of a deal because they do all look pretty much the same. There's not a whole lot of difference. So I was just trying to take this off because it almost looks like you can get it off, but it's attached back in there. I don't know how well you can see what's back in there, but it's like glued or something. I can't get that off. So it'd be kind of funny to see his little round, goofy head under there. But whatever. Also, the paint on this one's a little bit messed up if you look closely. Under this eye, there's some yellow paint. It's kind of smeared down. So there they are next to some of the old Power of the Force Jawas. These are, all 4 of these have them little things on the top so you can make their eyes glow. So you cover it up and their eyes stop glowing. That's pretty cool. Like I said, 2 of them came in a 2-pack, and then another one came in a 2-pack with this Gonk Droid. I'm not sure where the 4th one came from, but still, it was 2 per pack instead of just 1. That's what I wish they would have done with this. So there they are next to R2-D2 and R5-D4 that are from A New Hope. And you can see, I'm not sure, but I think R2-D2 and R5 should be a little bigger, because I've heard that from a lot of people that R2 is a little small. He should be a little bit bigger. And it kind of makes sense, because there's a person, I mean, it's a short person, a midget or whatever, inside of here, but I don't know. It just seems like compared to this Luke, you probably need to be a little bigger than that.
I think it's only a slight
difference,
slight. So like it's not a huge thing.
Yeah, it's just if you put C-3PO or whatever and R2, like the toys next to a picture of the 2 next to each other, I think R2 would be a little bigger. But yeah, there they are together. I do think these 2 maybe should be a little bigger. So I think these guys are right. It's just these guys are small. There they are next to C-3PO, because he's one of the guys that they capture in A New Hope. And there they are next to Luke Skywalker, because he's also a big part of those scenes. That's cool. There's something I want to say that has to do with my R5 review, because I said something wrong. I was saying that when I was a kid, I thought that R2-D2 sabotaged him and made him explode, but it was more like the Jawa, because right after he starts to drive away, they show a Jawa reaching onto R2, turning a little knob, and immediately after his head explodes. I'm thinking, the Jawa did something to R2 to make R5's head explode. I mean, that was my little kid thought process that made me think that was what was going on. This makes absolutely no sense. But he's
You've
like,
told me other things you thought when you were a little kid. Some of them are pretty dumb.
yeah. Well, I was a little kid.
No offense.
I was probably like 5 or something when I watched
I
this.
thought some dumb shit too when I was that age.
But I mean, it is weird the way they shoot it, because it just, he grabs the button and touches it, and as soon as he touches it, his head explodes. I'm like, why did that happen? But it was just that he was malfunctioning, completely unrelated to the Jawa touching him. It's just my little kid mind thought that somehow this Jawa used R2-D2 to make his head explode. And I don't know why he'd want the thing he just sold to explode, so they had to give him another one. But whatever. Enough of this. Alright. So I've been waiting for this one for a very long time. I think I put him on my list of the top 10 Star Wars figures that I wanted them to make. Pretty sure he was on there, like number 9 or somewhere around on there, because I really wanted a Jawa. So I'm glad they made him.
They're really cool.
And,
and kind of cute.
Yeah. Like I said, there's other ways they could have done this figure, like cloth instead of plastic, or they could have made his eyes glow in some way. But I think this way works pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I don't know if I would like the cloth.
Yeah, I always picture cloth looking good, and then when they actually make them, most of the time it doesn't look very good.
I mean, like Luke, I mean, look at his... It just doesn't look right.
Sweater?
It doesn't wrinkle right.
It looks like a cardigan or something.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Mm-hmm. I would like to have a custom one whose eyes glowed, though. That would be pretty cool. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching and goodbye. Alright, come on, Luke. Don't forget your Aunt said we need a droid that speaks bullshit. Okay. Well, I don't think that's anything you want. No, I don't think I need that shit over there. What's this over here? What would that golden protocol droid can do? Maybe he can speak bullshit, Luke. Come on. So I guess you're programmed for etiquette and protocol, huh? Why, yes, sir. I'm also... Shut up, asshole! Shutting up, sir. Now, can you speak bullshit? Yes, I can, sir. I can speak fluent bullshit. Listen. Did you see the game the other night? How you liking this weather, sir? Oh, the traffic. The traffic was a real pain in my golden batoot. Okay, well, thank you. Alright, let me go pay these little robe turds. Alright, come on. And the red one, come on. Well, come on, Red, let's go, asswipe! Yeah! Ha! I got bought and you didn't. Suck it, R2. Don't pay any attention to him. He's a little turd. A shit, if you will. What? Uncle Owen? What's the matter, Luke? This hunk of junk piece of shit's got a bad motivator. Hey, what you trying to pull? You want me to get out my belt? Put a whipping on them little Jawa buns? Sir, if you don't mind me saying, that one over there is in prime condition. Uncle Owen! What? What about that one over there? What about that one? Alright, we'll take that one. Uncle Owen! This new one just blew the shit out of this gold one. My sandy boot's gonna be so far up your ass, Jawa. Try to keep screwing it over like this. Uncle Owen! What about one of them over there? What about that one? Alright, Luke, we'll take the tall silver one with the red eyes. Which one, Uncle Owen? There's two tall silver ones with red eyes. This not as tall one. We don't want that super tall one bumping on his head on our crappy clay houses. That's right. Come on, not as tall silver one with the red eyes. I'm feeling pretty good about this purchase, Uncle Owen. Uncle Owen! What, Luke? Feeling pretty good about this purchases. Me too, Luke. Think we got some fine droids. Uncle Owen! Are you dead? Uncle Owen! Owen! Uncle Owen!
Oh, damn it, man! You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh, damn it!